it was nice to get back in. Whoa, rewind. It was nice to get back in today and actually stick to program. I was unable to do quite a lot of it because of my back. However, feeling like I was moving forward and being aligned with something was actually really enjoyable and quite nice. And this has kind of given me a lot of time to think and a lot of time to think about like other little things that I've wanted to do in my training now for a long time. I'm the type of person who, I have a very addictive personality. I'm quite obsessive. I tend to either do something with everything I have or absolutely not at all. And I have, for a long time now, since I started with the coach, been very, very hesitant to play with any of my own personal ideas. And I've realized in this period of time that I've had to think a lot more that I've kind of been letting myself down by doing that, both mentally and physically. My coach is serving me unbelievably well. I am thriving and enjoying working with him more than I thought I would, to be completely honest. Yet, whilst I am by no means more qualified than him, I've been living in my body my whole life. And I've been training every day for a long period of time now. And so it's only natural that there's going to be a thing or two that I want to try or feel like would benefit me if I slotted it in here or there. So I'm excited to commit to my own program of sorts outside of what he has programmed for me. Thankfully, he only has me programmed for 6 days, 2 of those days being a cardio day where I have to complete between half an hour and 45 minutes of cardio at zone 2, which is very light, but actually quite enjoyable when you're disciplined with it. And on those cardio days, I found myself a little bit lost afterwards. Spending 45 minutes in the gym almost feels like a little bit of a waste of time for me. I find myself there like, okay, well, I've done my cardio now, do I just go home? It's never really felt fulfilling because I feel like I'm wasting time. And there is a huge 45-minute window because I tend to be in the gym for an hour and a half. So I'm planning to fill that. I'm going to fill that starting tomorrow, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. There are a few areas that I've wanted to attack now for a while, and a few training styles and methods that I've always really enjoyed and have really spoke to me and align perfectly with what my coach has me doing, and align perfectly with the fact that the days in which I'll be doing them on are supposed to very deliberately be low impact days, and everything that I want to do is very low impact and has very low stress on my joints. So it won't conflict in any capacity anything that my coach is getting me to do. If anything, it will supercharge it and serve me well by serving my body well. So I really look forward to it because there's a lot of ideas and a lot of exercises and theories and, to be quite frank, things within my physical structure that I would like to iron out, test, play with, because there's a few things that I've never actually been able to fix about myself. Most notably being my hips. I have a significantly shorter and weaker hip flexor on my left leg relative to my right leg, due to being very one-footed, lacking any ambipedal ability in football or soccer for you Americans. I'll never forgive you guys for that. I have a much more mobile and stronger hip on my right hand side due to all the pulling back and swinging forward motion that I've spent doing my whole life. And I have a much more stiff and immobile hip on my left because that's the leg that's taken all the force. It was always my planting leg. So my stabilizers in this leg are significantly stronger than those in this leg, but this leg is far more mobile. And that does not serve me well when it comes to things that's anything bilateral. When it comes to squatting or deadlifting, it doesn't serve me well at all, to the point where if I'm fatigued or in a bad spot where I haven't really looked after this hip well, I even feel it when I'm pressing. If I'm driving my feet into the ground in order to develop some leg drive in my bench pressing or dumbbell pressing, I sometimes get a twitch, a slight jolting feeling in my left hip, which is horrible and it's not nice. And I definitely feel it when I'm deadlifting hard. And what do I mean by hard? I don't necessarily mean like 1 rep maxes, because I haven't been doing that for a long time now, and to be completely honest, I don't miss that at all, training like a powerlifter. To be completely honest, I don't think I'll ever do it again. I've really fallen out of love with that idea of training. However, I'm not here to bash it at all. Like, there is a space for it, there is a place for it. Yet, when I deadlift hard, like I did the other day when I tweaked my back, I do feel myself have to focus a lot and use a lot of mental energy in order to protect my imbalances and make sure that I am super focused on using my body evenly and equally, rather than pulling up with one side at a time, which is very easy for me to do. It's kind of the same with the pull-up as well. The pull-up being something that I haven't practiced much recently because my coach hasn't programmed it for me. I've noticed when I have got on the pull-up bar, my imbalance in my right to left side is a lot more exposed, because the skill of pulling well in that movement pattern just hasn't been practiced that much recently. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna cook up a program of sorts for myself to do alongside the cardio and to do alongside the 2 cardio days. Those 2 cardio days fall on Wednesdays and Saturdays with the way in which my coach currently has me programmed, and Sunday is a rest day. And I will program something for myself on that Sunday as well, because to be completely honest and to be quite frank, I have actually struggled with the fact that my coach has me programmed for 4 primary days, 2 cardio days, where it's like, yeah, get the work done, it would be great to get the work done, but if you can't, then it's not the end of the world. That's kind of fucked me mentally a little bit, to be completely honest. Going back to what I alluded to earlier, with me being somebody who's kind of like an all or nothing type personality, which is kind of demonstrated with this train every day journey, right? I've been training every day for well over a year now. I've only been doing the videos for 300 and something days. However, prior to this, I hadn't strung together any longer than, I think, 8 to 10 weeks of consistency in the gym. And it took a lot of like understanding and like life learning, so to speak, of myself to realize that, like, okay, bro, just go every day. It's the only way you're gonna stay consistent, right? It's the way that aligns most with the way in which you work. So just go every day and get something done. So I do feel like I need something to go into the gym and get done, something that I feel like will serve me as much as I believe and feel like these 4 primary days that my coach has me programmed for serve me. And the cardio, I genuinely, honestly, the experience that I had going to that Muay Thai class a week or so ago blew my mind with regards to the methods that my coach has used in order to coach me. Because like I alluded to in that video, I accept that the class in and of itself wasn't extremely intense. It wasn't as intense as the previous MMA class that I used to do. However, it was still intense enough to make the previous me at times gas out. And even in the moments where the coach deliberately made it so that it would be cardio heavy and wanted the majority of people to gas out, I was fine. Honestly, I just broke a sweat. I wasn't breathing heavy at all. I was very comfortable. And that, I guarantee, is testament to the way my coach has had me training. From the very beginning, he noticed that my weakest point in the way in which he had me training was my work capacity. My capacity to work hard within a short period of time. The way in which he structures his workouts, he likes them to be done within 60 to 90 minutes if possible. Trying to keep it as close to 60 as possible. and done in such a way where they are circuits but not cardio circuits. He wants me performing to like a maximum explosive output in each and every exercise, yet wants them done in such a way where you are constantly working on your work capacity and working on your different systems, all the different systems that you would use in a fight, and feeling that going back into some sort of fight specific training, skill specific training, and feeling just like I had so much gas I needed it to cement my belief, because I had faith, and I've had faith ever since I had been with my coach now, which I don't even know how long it's been, to be completely honest. I've had faith that he was the right man for the job from just binge reading his Twitter, to be completely honest. But it was that moment and that feeling, the first time I've ever been in any sort of striking class and felt, or any sort of martial arts class, period, and felt like I have the gas tank to go and to push and to outwork everybody in my environment. I reiterate, yes, it wasn't the most intense class. However, I have never experienced that before, even in classes that are not that intense. So I'm lining up the ideas that I have in order to develop certain things that I would like to develop is exciting. And I look forward to it. And I look forward to having something to get done on those days, because I've been struggling with that. I've been really struggling with the fact that Sunday is a rest day, where he wants me to just walk and do something really light, if anything at all. And Wednesday and Saturday are cardio days. That are just cardio days. I've been struggling with that, to be quite frank. Like, I'm excited at the idea of getting in, doing half an hour to 45 minutes cardio and following that up with 45 minutes of the type of work that I want to do. That excites me. And the same thing with Sunday, doing something low intensity, but kind of stuff that I want to do that I believe will serve me. That excites me. And I'm excited to have the structure, to be quite frank. I'm excited to know within myself, okay, cool, the goals for today are X, Y, Z. So, enough talking. Let's get on with it, right? If you made it this far, thank you very, very much. I appreciate you more than you can imagine, and I shall see you tomorrow.